We are now at Megajul, and behind me here we have the Tesla Model 3 2021 model. And you guys probably seen it in the past that there's been some tire pressure error, right? And usually when that happens, it automatically clears because the tire pressure sensor and the car will communicate, but it needs some time to read the sensors and everything, right? So normally you do that in Model S and X. There is a reset button, and then it should work, but then in the Model 3 there is no reset button. You just have to drive, and then the car will pick up the sensor by itself. But however, in the latest 2021 Model 3, Tesla has switched to Bluetooth readers and sensors. And the reason for the error now is that we can check it here. Can we see can we read the sensor, please? So what happens, Tesla, they have updated the newest cars to use Bluetooth. The Bluetooth has some advantages. I actually don't know what it is. It's still new to me, but at least it can have encryption, and it's more secure, I guess, and other possibilities. But what we'll see now is that these tires are with the old 400. Oh, you get 2.8 bars, 7 degrees. Huh?
That's...
Yeah, so these are the old sensors. So that's why we get the error. And then, yeah, so we have to, my theory is that what happened is that the Bluetooth sensors that came from Fremont, this car is from Fremont, so they shipped the car with summer tires with the Bluetooth sensors, and then they put on winter tires, and it is with the old sensors. So we have to get the new sensors, and I don't know if other cars also have this problem. We haven't heard about it yet because the massive deliveries of Model 3s, at least in Norway, hasn't started yet, but it's starting soon. It's going to be massive in Norway in December. We are now at Teslabjorn, and I'm going to get this car fixed. So let me show you now. We have, like I mentioned before, we have the tire pressure problem here, but also some autopilot stuff. So this is a very common problem. If you see here, backup camera, the right repeater is kaput. Many cars in this batch, the 2021 model, has either the left or the right repeater broken, so they only have to replace the repeater. It's just a couple of minutes of fix, and then it's good. So we will see then. So I think I had three things: the tire pressure problem, the repeater, and I feel like these wipers are pretty shit. They create these strips. Let's see if you can see it there. You can see the stripe on the. You see, when they wipe first time, it's gone, but then the return, it creates these stripes, and you can actually see it in some of my road trip videos. So that's weird. This car is almost brand new, so I don't know what kind of brand of wipers they use. 2,900. Actually, wait, which one's it again? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's turn it in. Okay, the car has been turned in, and now we just sit and wait. So, yeah, I should have brought my laptop, but at least I have my phone. I can just read comments about today's video, X-Bank video. Maybe it'll take a couple hours, or actually, yeah, I wonder what they will do, because the TPMS sensors, they could have a new wheel set ready, and they just swap, but then I get brand new tires, Nokian tires, or they have to take off the tire from the rim and then take off the sensor and then put in a new sensor, and then and that process usually takes about half an hour. But if it's just swap tire, put on the repeater, maybe check the wipers, then that shouldn't take more than 15 minutes. All right, the car is done now. So I had a nice chat with the service people over here, and we had a little chit chat, and I asked them, so it seems like it's quite calm today. And how is this? I asked him. There was this guy, he works here, and he's been working here for 2 years. So I asked him, how was it 2 years ago versus now? And he says that now is way, way less. And so I asked him again, okay, so is it true that Model 3s, they have less issues than Model S and X? And he said, no, actually, in general, the newer Teslas, S, X, and 3, they have way less issues than the old ones. So you see, it's quite calm here. About 1-2 years ago, it would just, we call it Armer Bane, it was just lots of more stress, lots of cars in here fixing bugs or whatever all the time. But now, way, way calmer. And this is just Rud. It's the same thing at Grorud, the same thing at the other service centers. So, you know, that's a problem, because people will always remember Tesla as the car with lots of issues and Tesla service queue to be very long. But actually nowadays you can get an appointment within maybe a couple of days, or at least 1 to 2 weeks, and you get it. And I remember in the old days when I used to drive fossil car, when I had a Renault, I had to go to Bilia, or when I had BMW and I went to it was Furu, I went to Bekkestua, or yeah, but usually I would have to wait 2 to 3 weeks for an appointment to get something fixed, service or repair, whatever. So actually Tesla is on par with many of the other car manufacturers, dealerships. And actually Tesla is in a way better than the other ones, because for example, Volkswagen, Møller in Norway, they have a dealership that takes care of some of the repairs or services. And if a problem occurs in Norway, they would just, that dealership will have some knowledge about it. But they don't share it. Okay, maybe this is a bad example, but my point is that if something happens with Tesla, like you know, I have some stuff with MC Hammer, then if that is a common issue, they have a how do you call it, an international database across all service centers, across all countries in the world, and they will find out if this is something, a problem with other cars also. And also usually when they have a problem, an issue, you can hook up other people across the pond. Let's say in US, they can also listen to this issue, this problem, how it's solved, and they can also comment on it and give input and help solve the problem. And of course, whatever fault that Tesla has issues, it will be directed to the mothership factory, and then they will issue some, I mean, they will, it's lots of issues now. They will then find out what's wrong and then make a fix. And you know what, like I told you guys before, Tesla, they keep making changes all the time. Stuff that you guys actually don't know. For example, when I try to take this, well, not this one, but I have a this sunshade thing for MC Hammer, my Model 3 Performance from 2019. I tried to move that one into this car. Turns out it doesn't fit. So I was like, huh, what, really? So for some reason, they made this section of the roof 5 millimeters smaller than before. So Tesla doesn't wait to apply changes. They will keep improving the cars several times per year. I actually don't know how many changes they do per vehicle per year. It might be over 100 minor changes, like I showed you guys before. But okay, anyway, too much ranting about it. So I also asked the service center over here, they can, about MC Hammer. I'm booking an appointment for MC Hammer on the 22nd of December at different service center. That was Grorud. So he went inside, he went there and checked my car, and I said, yes, there are some bulletin updates for MC Hammer. They're going to check something, but I will get hardware 3, FSD hardware. Tesla will randomly select who will get it, and I'm going to get it. And what else? I'm also going to, yeah, I have a problem with MC Hammer. The lights, they might not be correctly adjusted, so I will ask them to fix it. And yeah. After driving this car, I feel like this car, the temperature is more even between you know, around here and in the footwell. But MC Hammer has really hot footwell, and I noticed that since day one I received it. And then I think it was a German guy. He commented in my video that his car was also like that. And it turns out that there was a fault in the footwell sensors on the one of the sides or whatever. So the footwell was really hot. So I believe, based on my feeling, that the footwell on MC Hammer is as much as 10-15 degrees Celsius off. It might be almost 40 degrees Celsius in the footwell, and it should be around 20-25 degrees. That guy I mentioned, I think he had 15 degrees Celsius off on the sensor. So after you replace the sensor, then it wasn't better. And actually that means that if that is true, then when we did the side-by-side test, MC Hammer versus this car, then MC Hammer burned too much heat because the temp sensor was off. So maybe we should redo the test. Maybe MC Hammer shouldn't pull more than 1.5 kilowatt or something, 1.2 kilowatt. We don't know. We have to test it. So interesting to talk to the service center over here. But now let me show you what they have fixed in this car. The tire pressure fault is still here. Kind of funny. Tesla, they told me, yes, you were right. The Bluetooth reader in the car does not recognize the old. The car has the old sensors on the. I mean, each tire has the, or each wheel technically. Each wheel has the old sensors around, and they didn't have the part in here, so I had to wait maybe until next week. But at least now let's check the repeater. Yes, you see this one is now working. Why do I feel like this one is brighter than that one? Do you see that? Do you see that? Huh? Okay, whatever. It's not my car, but I noticed something since I received this car, which is that I feel like the backup camera is darker than on MC Hammer. You can actually see it here, and it's actually not that dark yet. So I noticed it when I back up at night that I can't see shit in the backup camera. And I was thinking, oh, I'm getting old. No. Suddenly here, you see how bright it's supposed to be? What the heck? Okay, whatever. Yeah, and then as for the wipers, they replaced the wipers. I don't know why, if it's schmutzig. Or, yeah, you see, it doesn't make those stripes now. I don't know what the heck was wrong with that. Maybe the car has been camped too long and the wipers are getting dry. I don't know, but new wipers, oh yeah, okay, that's good. Alles gut, yeah. Okay, I actually went back inside the service center and asked them to take a look of the camera, and meanwhile it's starting getting dark, but well, turns out that now they look nice and bright. It turns out that the backup camera was just dirty, so the guy, he just wiped it clean, and now it looks nice and bright. So, you know, my mistake, because I'm used to MC Hammer. I have Ceramic Pro coating on MC Hammer's camera, so that's why it rarely gets, you see, the dirt rarely sticks. So now I realize how kick-ass the Ceramic Pro on MC Hammer's camera is. So, but I still get the feel, maybe it's just placebo. Yeah, it could be just a placebo. They seem equally bright now. Okay, maybe it was just me, I'm not sure, but okay. Anyway, I think that's gonna be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.